So silver sells, but who's buying? That's our topic today. What am I talking about, cool kids? I know. I've lost my mind. Silver sells, but who's buying? Silver sells, but who's buying? It's an excellent question. And the answer is it depends on what silver you have right now. Because apparently the refineries are not taking anything but pure silver. Yeah, right now. Now that could be a temporary thing. Look, if silver settles, I don't believe for a second, if silver settles in the 50s, that's going to last very long. Okay? Now, that's just me saying that. I don't know for sure. But fake 8 real, but it's an actual contemporary fake, so it's actually a good one. Good fake. All right. Woo! Actually, I had a guy offer me Morgan dollar for that collects those. I should have took him up on it, but at the time I wasn't feeling it. All right. So that could not be sent to the refiner. The refiner would not give me anything for it. It's not silver. Okay, so there's an example. This token would also not be worth anything to the refiner, really, except scrap. But this they would take. Okay, this New Zealand firm, I could get double what I paid for it. Okay. Well, not quite double, but damn near double what I paid for it. If I took this to the refiner right now. Oh boy. But that begs a question, because normally these have a premium because they were low mintage affairs. So the question is, if you're selling, is anybody buying at the premiums that used to be on some of these types of silver, right? So that's the whole exercise here. I can't tell you guys, but if you are trying to sell any silver, let me know in the comments exactly how it went down for you. All right. So all the silver you're about to see here costs $86.56, okay? Which is probably going to be significantly undervalued. But the problem is, everything you're about to see here is sterling. No. These are pure. Okay, yeah. These could be taken to the refiner. Yeah, I remember these now. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, that's a nice price. $86.56 divided by 4. Yeah, let's do that math. Yeah, $21.67 an ounce. So we could more than double our money on these. Oh yeah. Give it to me, baby. Oh. But again, and these are generic, so they wouldn't have any premiums really. So that's good. This is the kind of thing you want to take to the refiner if you're going to do that. All right. So yeah, right now the refineries are not taking 90%. They're not taking sterling. So if you walked up there, right, my whole strategy all these years is in stacking has been to get the most silver for the dollars. And that's looking like if current trends hold, that looks like looking more and more like a dumb strategy. So this is 95% silver. So they would not take this. That's 95% silver. They don't mess with that. This one is sterling silver. And one of the most hideous coins I've ever seen. It's almost like a fever dream. Anyway, back to the point. Yeah, they wouldn't. I can't sell this to the refinery, even though I got it under melt back in the day, way back. So that's just not an option. Not an option. What do we got here? Oh, this looks like an odd one. Yeah, Jersey. Not New Jersey, but Jersey. Although I do have a Jersey Devil. Oh no, I sold that. Yeah. Well, it went to the. Yeah, there we go. So there you go, a little gold gilded sterling silver coin, right? But I used to have a Jersey Devil art round. Yeah. No, I still have that. I have that somewhere. Yeah. But that is Jersey, the Bullwick of Jersey. The Bullwick, I don't know. Whatever that is. Little island off of England. Kind of like the Isle of Man, only not, like that stuff. That kind of stuff. All right, so definitely couldn't sell any of these sterling coins. They're just not, it's not going to happen for you. So if you're stacking this stuff, 80% Canadian, 90% US, right now you are up Duty Creek if you wanted to go sell. Now, I've heard stories from the 80s cats, okay? The 80s cats, now you may remember the 80s cats. This can never be sold. This is the coolest round I own. Look at that. That is awesome. I don't care who you are. That is cool. But anyway, they said that back in the 80s, in 1980, literally 1980, you could go in with your silver, like this lovely hunk of Russian silver for this is about half an ounce, so it's about $32 an ounce I paid for this back in the day, back when silver was about $32 an ounce. Okay, so back in like 2012, I would imagine. Anyway, when I bought these, they were around melt, and now they're like $20 under melt, right? I can't sell them because no refiner is going to take them, and the average guy and gal, they don't know anything about Russian communist silver. And I love communist silver. I love commie silver. The idea of holding commie silver puts a smile on my face, Why? Because think about it. It is the opposite of communist to use and trade silver, right? Because so this one is about an ounce, and I paid $22. So that was much cheaper. That was a much better deal. $10 under. But, you got to pay for that that ability to have smaller denominations, right? So even if you're buying like 1 gram bars and this kind of stuff, fractional stuff just costs more, man. So you always got to realize that. So that's why I never understood the hate that 10 or 90% US dimes got, especially like Roosevelt's. Like I understand the design is craptastic. Like I'll grant you that. This would have been $28 an ounce here, give or take. So, but I can't do anything with it, right? I got a bunch of this Russian stuff, and it's no good, no good. Right now, can't sell it to the refiner, and that was my whole strategy, guys. So, but back in the 80s, back to my point. Sorry, guys, I got off topic. There would be lines around the refiners, right? Or pawn shop, or whoever you're trying to sell it to. And they would allow so many people per day to sell their silver, and then they cut it off. And then you'd have to come back tomorrow. Well, by tomorrow, the price of silver might have dropped, right? So let's look at what the price of silver is right now. So right now, we're probably losing money, right? Yeah, could be. Or we might be getting money. But the point is, we can't sell it, so it don't really matter, right? So then the question is, who's buying? Well, here's who's buying. The new stackers are buying. And trust me, there's a lot of them. I'm hearing stories from some of these coin shops online, the YouTube ones. They can't keep silver in stock right now. It's flying off the shelves. Which, is pretty crazy to think about. So no, it really hadn't moved So we're still at 51.22. But this happens a lot, and it's actually a good sign that people are still piling in. But eventually you'll reach a point where you're like, okay. The problem with that is like I said, we have no guarantees that when it reaches the top, you'll be able to sell it at all, except to other stackers. And that is why, one of the reasons why if you're stacking for SHTF, you're really at an advantage. Because you really, aren't stacking. This is the one. This is the art bar right here. Aloha art bar. Aloha art bar. Aloha. Right there. That's the one. Now there's some other cool ones here, but that guy looks pretty menacing, right? These are sterling though, so I could not sell them to the refiner. It just doesn't work. The math doesn't work. And these are way under melt. Wow. Yeah. All four of these, I think they're about an ounce. Close to an ounce each. Yeah. For $88. That's a good deal. Okay. Now this, I don't think the refiners would ever have taken. It's a boat money from Laos. And this could have been my silver coins around the world entry for Laos, but it doesn't really fit in the binder so well. Yeah, but it's cool. Cool boat money. It is billing. It's billing, so refiners wouldn't like that. Oh, we just had a big drop. They're stomping the price. They're stomping the price. Hopefully we'll see more of that, right? Maybe the refineries will start buying our stuff. All right, here's some more commie silver. Oh man, that's some nice commie silver. Look at that shit. Yeah. You can sell this to the refiner. They'll give you melt for it all day. And considering I remember exactly what I paid for this. I paid $18 for this. $18. Sell it for $51.18 right now. That's nice. That's a nice price. Yeah. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. And I bought a bunch of these at, it was 16 or 18. I think it was 16. I want to say it was 16. I got it written down, so hold on. Yeah, here it is. Hold on. All of these cost $210. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of them. All right. Here we go. Calculator. 210 divided by 11. Wait. Gotta clear it. 19. I paid $19 for it. My bad, guys. I couldn't remember. I knew it was in the teens. So I paid $19 each for these, and I got, like I said, 11 of them. So not a bad little day at the office. And it also comes with a really sweet, really cool. Oh, I remember. I traded one of those pandas for this. So I didn't pay for this, but it's in the same bag because, so my maths, I traded a panda for this coin. It's a 2023 Year of the Rabbit coin, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, I did that at a coin show. I remember that now. Yes. Very cool. You guys, I don't know if you know this, when you're at the coin show, you can trade stuff with people. Or it might have been somebody from the silver group I'm in. Oh, wow, yes. Here's some good stuff. So some of this I can trade to the refiners. Some of it I can't. The refiners will not take, under any circumstances, all of these sweet silver Ikes, which I paid $38 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. 5 silver Ikes. $38. Well, they're worth about 15 each, so the math on that ain't very hard. Problem is, the refiner will not take them, right? So there you go. The melt value on those is 15 each, though. So yeah, I'm way below melt on those. Okay, here's some ASEs. All the ASEs, they'll take those. If I remember, I got these for like, oh gosh, $14 each. Let me check. 198. Oh, $19.82 each. Yep. And I got a bunch of them now. 10 of them, but yeah, not bad. Yeah, $198.20 is what I paid for 10 Silver Eagles, random year, and that was purchased in 2020. Yep, right when silver dropped like a stone. Yep, March of 2020. Yep. As a matter of fact, I put in 10 grand of cash into silver about then. And here's the messed up part. I was getting Morgan dollars under melt during March of 2020. Yeah, some of those Morgan dollars I have, they're way cheap. And then I got this in March of 2020. This Monument Metals pack. I think I paid like $80 for it. And it's 5 ounces. No, it's less than that. I think it was... Yeah, March 16th of 2020, right when silver hit all-time lows. That's when I ordered this. It was $59 for 5 ounces. Yeah. Good times. And there's an ASC in there and a Canadian silver maple. Yeah. So, it's, you can buy the dips. When I talk about dollar cost averaging, guys, you do that, but you also, if there's a dip, buy it. Yeah. I remember I had 10 grand in liquid cash, and I went crazy in March of 2020. Yep. All right. And then I slowed down because silver went up to 29. You guys remember this? It went up to 29. These were all about $24 an ounce here. I remember this. Yeah. Oh boy. Yep. Gainesville coins. Yep. But yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good. But most of the stuff I'm showing you right now, I can sell to the refinery, so that's good. So I can cash out on some of this stuff. Other stuff, not so much. Some of this stuff I'm stuck with. There ain't no way to sugarcoat it, guys. Some of this stuff I'm stuck with. Nobody's buying my Laotian boat money, man. So my advice to you is find stackers who are interested in Laotian boat money. Join all the discords, join all the groups. You got what they want, and there's more of them now than there probably have ever been since the last run-up, Here's a Taku. That I can sell to the refiner. There's another Taku that I can sell to the refiner, right? So the Fiji stuff will sell. Yeah, the turtley things, they can go. Yep. I probably bought these in 2012. Yeah. Ha. So, Cougarans will sell. Yeah, they'll take Cougarans. So this was my share of a consortium purchase. That's why my name's on it. I paid $82.86. So it comes to $27.62 an ounce on these. Yeah. Yay. And those tokus, what I paid for those, takus, whatever you call them. There's 4 of them, and I paid... Yeah. Paid about $32 an ounce for those. And that was, way back, like I said, in 2012. So that was not a bad deal back then. Not a bad deal. They were on sale. If something's on sale, I'm grabbing it. I'm telling you. Here's some more. I bought a bunch of these in March of 2020. That's what I was saying. I got a bunch of these bad boys. Yeah, you guys get the idea, man. And then I couldn't sell, even if I wanted to, I couldn't sell this. It's more of that Russian stuff. Big old bag of that. And I could not sell this giant sterling metal that's high relief and cool as hell. You could beat someone to death with it from France. Anyway, have a nice day. Final Collectibles Dreams. Like, share, subscribe. Bye, bye, bye.